Another day, another selection pack, and of course, yet another Tri-Brigade variation. I'm not gonna lie, it's getting a little bit ridiculous at this point. I don't even know why I'm complaining. Honestly, if you guys haven't crafted Tri-Brigade yet, you probably should. The deck's pretty cheap, and it seems to be just like every 2 weeks there's a new variation to play, so hey, free content I guess. So here's today's deck list. Now just a reminder before I get to the deck list, if you're enjoying today's video and want to see more content just like this in the future, especially new pack content, so I still have a couple of other videos planned, especially pendulum videos, over the next upcoming days to show off some of the new cards. Also, if you happen to be a returning viewer, as apparently about 50% of the people watching this or even subscribed to the channel, yet nearly all of you are returning viewers who have seen my stuff before. So you find yourself keep coming back to the channel and want to see more content just like this in the future, remember to leave a like on this video and consider subscribing to the channel down below. Alright, let's get into the deck list. So obviously, there is a lot of Tri-Brigade stuff in here, and I won't be covering any of it during the deck list portion, as I assume most of you have already seen what those cards do by now, as they're very, very old. If you don't, there's plenty of other YouTube videos, I think I have a couple on my channel, about Tri-Brigade already. Feel free to check them out. I'm not going to be covering them during this deck list portion, we're just going to be going over the new stuff. Of course, the Scareclaws. So the first thing you may notice with this deck list is we're not actually running that many Scareclaw main deck monsters. That's because, although there's only 4 of them in this deck list, every single one of them, and even your Visa Starfrost, can be turned into your Scareclaw Light-Heart, which is basically all you need to happen, because as soon as you get this card, it will search for your field spell, and it will combo and go into various different plays, especially when combined with the Tri-Brigade cards. And it literally did not matter which one you drew, because they can all be turned into the Light-Heart. So essentially, you can run just one copy of each of them, as they're all once per turn effects, and all of them will have the same impact when drawn, so running singular copies doesn't matter. So each of your Scareclaws shares the same effect. You can special summon this card from your hand to your main monster zone adjacent to a Scareclaw monster you control or in its column. You only special summon this card once per turn this way, and that goes for each of your Scareclaw dudes. Then they have their bonus effect. So your Reichheart, when it is summoned, can add a copy of any of your Scareclaw spell and trap cards from your deck to your hand, and if there's 3 or more defense position monsters on the field, you'll then draw an extra card. Then we have your Astra. This card basically lets the monster you have in your extra monster zone, your Scareclaw monster, attack multiple times equal to the amount of defense position Scareclaws you control. Your Belone gives that monster in the extra monster zone piercing damage, and your Acro allows you to get 300 attack based on the amount of defense position Scareclaws you control to that extra monster zone monster. So you'll notice a nice little trend between these guys. They're all just buffing up the extra monster zone Scareclaw, which will be your boss monster. Scareclaw Tri-Heart takes 3 effect monsters and must be link summoned. All face-up monsters on the field are changed to defense position, unaffected by the activated effects of defense position monsters. So this card is really cool. It has like a pseudo tower style effect where it's basically going to be immune to most of your opponent's stuff unless they have a link monsters, and it will make sure each of your opponent's monsters has to be in defense position so they can't actually beat over this card. On top of that, once per turn, if this card is in the extra monster zone, you can target 1 level 3 Scareclaw monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and if you do, add 1 Scareclaw monster from your deck to your hand. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn, except Scareclaw monsters. So it's a nice little boss monster that comes with a sort of floodgate style effect, sort of tower style effect, it's just a really cool card. The other new addition to the extra deck is of course going to be your Scareclaw Light-Heart. This is a link one that takes either 1 Scareclaw or 1 Visa Starfrost. For this card's link summon, you can only use monsters in your main monster zone as material. If this card's link summon in the extra monster zone, you can add 1 primitive planet Raidraptor from your deck to your hand. I have no idea if I pronounced that correctly, feel free to butcher me in the comments. If you control Visa Starfrost, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. You can use this effect of Scareclaw Light-Heart once per duel. So generally, you'll just summon out one of your Scareclaw cards, link summon into your link 1, then instantly search out your field spell. When this card is activated, you can add 1 Scareclaw monster or Visa Starfrost from your deck to your hand. Monsters your opponent controls is 100 attack and defense for each defense position monster on the field. If 3 or more defense position monsters are on the field, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it. So essentially, you can already see how many combos you can do with this deck list based on the fact that any of these will search for your link 1, search for your field spell, then just search for any of your other Scareclaw cards, normally going to be your Reichheart, because then you can search for any of your spell and trap cards from your deck list. Scareclaw Clash. Once per turn, you can target 1 Scareclaw monster or Visa Starfrost you control. It can attack while in face-up defense position this turn. If it does, apply its attack or defense, whichever is higher, for damage calculation. When your opponent activates a card or effect where you control a Scareclaw monster in the extra monster zone, you can send this card to the graveyard to negate that effect. So keep in mind, this card is really good, especially considering you can just activate it during your opponent's standby phase, because if you have your boss monster on the field, you now have an Omni Negate to use as well. The other card is your Scareclaw Arrival. This is basically just a monster reborn. Target one Scareclaw monster or Visa Starfrost in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position. If a Scareclaw Link monster you control be destroyed, battle, or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. So, a nice little monster reborn that even protects your big ass boss monster as well. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the deck list portion of the video. The rest of the video will be combos showcasing how to play this deck list, and without further ado, let's get into some of the combos. Alright, let's get into the combos. So the first combo for this video is going to be a completely unrealistic combo, as it's just a simple one card combo if your entire hand is completely dead. So let's pretend every single card in here is dead. All you've got is one Scareclaw monster. Doesn't matter which, just have to have any of them. Alright, normal summon into the field. Now you can go into your Link 1. So yeah, just pretend the rest of the hand is completely dead. All these cards, absolutely useless. We're just showing you the simple one card combo with Scareclaw. Alright, then your dude's going to be searching for your field spell. You can activate your field spell, searching for your Reichheart. I think that's how you pronounce that. I think it's Reichheart or Reichheart? I think it's Reichheart though. Alright. Then you can special summon in below your Light-Heart. This will give you a search for your monster reborn in the archetype. Activate your Arrival. Bring back the dude you used to the first Link summon. Now you have 3 materials on field to go into your Link 3. Your Link 3 on the field can then special summon back one of the level 3 dudes from the graveyard. Bringing back this dude. And upon summon, you'll then get a search for a card in your deck. In this case, you get a choice of either your Belone or whichever one. It depends on which cards you got in your deck. Generally, the one you want to have on the field, though, is your Acro, because the Acro will give an attack boost to your Tri-Heart based on the defense position monsters you've got. So, search for this one. Special summon it in defense position onto the field, giving your dude a 3600 attack boost. And that's basically just your end board. It's not, obviously, not the most extraordinary end board. It just ends on a nice little towers monster that makes every single attack position monster change to defense position. And of course, it's unaffected by defense position monsters effects. So, very basic combo. It's sort of your absolutely you're in absolute dire straits combo. You don't want to do this very often. It's just, I just want to show off the one card combo for you guys. Alright, on to combo number 2. Now this combo is going to be a one card Rescue Cat combo, and just like before, pretend the rest of my hand is absolute garbage, no extenders. The only thing we drew was just this Rescue Cat. Also keep in mind that I'm only going to be showing you one Rescue Cat combo. There are a lot you can do with this deck list, and I highly implore you check out other guides, other YouTube videos, other websites, just to learn all the different combos you can do with Rescue Cat, as there is a shit ton of other ones you can do, some of which ending on absolutely insane end boards, but they're a lot weaker against things like Droplet or Darkruler. This one's going to be more of a safer blind option when you don't know what your opponent's playing, so if they have a Droplet, have a Darkruler, you're still going to be pretty safe against it, still have some disruption left over. But if you are going to enter a tournament, for example, you're going to want to know some of the other Rescue Cat combos, because there are a shit ton other ones, and if you know your opponent isn't playing any board breakers, you're going to be able to set up some absolutely mental boards with this deck list. But like I said, this is going to be showing you off a combo that's a lot better against board breakers, so alright, let's get into it. Alright, Rescue Cat activates effect. This will then special summon out from the deck a copy of Kitt and a copy of whatever dude you like. Doesn't really matter which one, just has to be one of the Scareclaws. So you can link summon it into your Link 1. Alright. Link 1 just like before, searching for the field spell. And just like before, searching for your Reichheart. Alright. But here's where it differs from the first combo. Your Reichheart isn't going to be searching for the monster reborn. This time it's going to be searching for your Omni Negate trap card. Alright. Adding your Sclash. Now Sclash, if you guys don't know, is a card that when you have it on the field, during your opponent's standby phase, you're going to want to activate it. That way, whenever they activate any card at all, you can simply send it to the graveyard to negate that effect. And you can use it as long as you have one of your Scareclaws in your extra monster zone, which you will. Alright, from here we have 2 monsters on field, so we can go into a Ferrijit. This of course will then send the Kitt to the graveyard. As you guys probably know, Kitt when sent to the graveyard will then send a copy of your Nervall to the graveyard to then search for your Fraktall. Sure, plenty of Tri-Brigade players have done this before. Alright, adding your Fraktall to hand. Then you can activate your Ferrijit's effect to special summon the Fraktall to the field. Now keep in mind, you do not want to summon it into the link arrow. Just don't summon it to this zone, okay? Summoning it to this zone will completely screw over the combo, because then you can't activate Fraktall's effect. So just keep this zone clear, okay? Alright, now you can summon out your big boy by banishing 4 from the graveyard. It doesn't really matter which, just get 4 into the banished. Alright, summoning out your big dude. Alright, not going to banish anything though. From here we can go into our copy of Bearbrumm. Sending the 2 links to the graveyard. This will then give you 2 effects, a search effect and a draw and shuffle back into the deck. Obviously the search effect is more powerful, so you're going to want to do it in this order so you can chain block for it. So we're going to use this dude's first, then chain block with your Ferrijit. Ferrijit's effect doesn't really matter, but if you draw into like some hand traps or something, it's pretty cool, but it doesn't really matter too much. Right, draw, we're going to shuffle something back into the deck, doesn't really matter which. Alright, then we're going to add a copy of Cerburrel, I have no idea how to pronounce that, Cerburrel I think, to the hand. Alright, now you can use your Bearbrumm's effect, discarding 2 cards, one of which being the Cerburrel, and just anything else, doesn't really matter. So we'll use this card and we'll just get rid of this dude. Alright, bringing back the Kitt. Alright, this will also special summon this dude back to the field. And now you have a tuner on the field, meaning you can go into your Barren de Fleur. Alright. So of course having a nice little Omni-Gate on the field for any of your opponent's bullshit. From here you can now activate your Kitt's effect, banishing only 1. To then bring out, doesn't really matter which, to then bring out a copy of your Link 1. This then gives you enough materials on field to go into the Link 3. Alright, summon this dude to the field. Putting everything in defense, of course, getting Bearbrumm's effect. Then search for your trap card, adding Revolt. So now your end board's going to end on a nice Revolt in combination with your Sclash. So you have an Omni Negate, you have a second Omni Negate, and you of course have your Revolt effect to bring out your Link 4 to banish one of your opponent's cards. And on top of that, we still have your insane boss monster that's just immune to all monsters in defense. That changes everything to defense. So that's going to be your end board. Alright, on to combo number 3. This combo is going to be a 2-card combo using a copy of any Tri-Brigade in combination with any Scareclaw. But keep in mind, if you draw a Fraktall, you can do a much better combo, which I'll show you in a second. So don't use Fraktall for this combo, literally just any of the other Tri-Brigades and any of the other Scareclaws. Alright, let's get into it. So first thing you do, summon Scareclaw. Make your Link 1. We've already seen this quite a few times at this point. This dude searches for your Field Spell searches for your Reichheart. And in this case, we're going to be searching for the Monster Reborn effect this time. Same as the first combo. Don't want to use Ash Blossom, that would be silly. Add your Reichheart. Summon your Reichheart to the field. Alright. Reichheart, then going to be searching for your copy of Monster Reborn. Activate its effect. Bring out your Doggo. From here, you now have the 2 cards on field to go into your Ferrijit. This will then special summon out the Tri-Brigade you had in hand. Again, not to this link arrow, because that'd be silly. Then we can summon out by banishing 2 cards a copy of your Bearbrumm. And from here you have 3 cards on field, so you can go into a nice looking Apollosa. Summoning Apollosa to the field. This of course sends Bearbrumm to the graveyard. So now Bearbrumm will give you your search. Your Ferrijit will give you your search, or your draw discard. And we actually have a search from our Nervall in this case, but you won't always get to do this, but we'll do it anyway just because we can. Just depends on what Tri-Brigade you got. So we'll just add a copy of Kerass to hand or something. Alright, shuffle this back into the deck. And this will obviously give you your Revolt. And this is kind of where the end board well, kind of where the combo ends. You got your Apollosa, you've got your Tri-Brigade Revolt to banish something your opponent has. You have a card on field, and you have whatever cards in hand you can extend into whatever you've got. Or you can just leave it like this if you've already got a pretty bricky hand, or your hand's all hand traps or whatever. Alright, onto your fourth and final combo. This combo is going to need a copy of Fraktall in combination with any of your other Scareclaw cards, doesn't matter which. And it's going to look rather silly at the start, as we're essentially going to be searching for a card we already have. So activate your Fraktall, send a copy of your Kitt, use a Kitt's effect to send a copy of Nervall, then add the Fraktall back to hand again from your deck. So this is important to obviously get the resources in graveyard, and also you're searching for Fraktall because you need a level 4, as I'll show you in a moment. Alright, now you can special or normal summon out your dude, so you can go into your Link 1. This doesn't look very familiar, it's the same thing we've done a billion times now. Gives you your field spell. Then you can activate your field spell, search for your dude, your Reichheart. Add your Reichheart, special summon him to the field, grabbing yourself a copy of Monster Reborn. Alright. Now you can bring back your dude you used for the starting link. Summon back the doggo. And now you can go into your Ferrijit. Alright. Ferrijit can now special summon out your Tri-Brigade. Don't know why I said it like that, but there you go. Alright, now you can use this dude's effect, banishing 2. Making sure to get a Nervall or a Kitt in there, because if you get one of them, you need to summon one of them back to the field to use its Tri-Brigade effect later on. Alright, bringing out a copy of your Bearbrumm. You have 2 dudes on field who are both level 4, meaning we can now go into a Raidraptor. Raidraptor can then search for your Blackwing card, which you guys have all seen before. Very, very good discard target. Add your Blackwing to hand. Very good discard target for your Bearbrumm to use, because we can special summon it back in a second. So discard 2 random cards, or obviously the Blackwing card and 1 random card. Bringing back one of your 2 dudes, whichever one hasn't used its effect yet, which I think both of them haven't, so bring it back. Alright, activates effect. Banishing 2 cards. Making sure not to banish this dude because you kind of need him. Banishing 2 others, doesn't really matter which. Let's bring out your Ancient Warrior. Alright, now we can use your Blackwing to return the field spell to hand, summoning itself to the field. Alright, so now we can go into your Link 3, your Scareclaw. And the 3 dudes on field over here. There's your Scareclaw boss monster grabbed. And of course, because we still need to send our Bearbrumm to the graveyard, obviously Ferrijit's going to be doing a draw discard or draw shuffle. Oh, great, grab the hand trap, why not? Alright, now you can use this dude's effect, summon out a copy of your Tri-Brigade dude, using these 2 cards on field. And this, of course, gives you your search for your Revolt. And that is basically the end board for this field. So you're going to be ending on a Tri-Brigade Revolt to then banish during your opponent's turn, shuffling a card back to the deck. So you end on your Revolt to banish during your opponent's turn, summoning out your big Link 4. You have your nice Ancient Warriors effect, and of course we have your giant boss monster who can change everything to defense position and makes it so it's immune to all that kind of stuff. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the combos I'm going to be showing you today. Keep in mind, this deck list obviously has 1 trillion other combos you can do with it. Stuff with Rescue Cat, just pure Tri-Brigade stuff, and there's a couple of other just random Scareclaw kind of combos you can do. And I highly implore you go check out some other videos and guides on how to do them all, especially if you've never actually played Tri-Brigade before, as there's so many different Tri-Brigade combos and stuff you can do that are very important to learn before you play this deck list. I'm just not going to show them in this video, as that's kind of pre-assumed knowledge, as they've been out for absolutely forever now. But if you don't know it, I think I have a Tri-Brigade video on my channel somewhere. Feel free to check that one out. Plenty of other combos to learn with this deck list. This is just going to be a sort of a starter for you guys to get you guys into the deck list, and then maybe just take it on the ladder and try it out for yourself. Remember, if you enjoyed this video or found it useful in any way, to please leave a like on this video and consider subscribing down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Laters.
Hey, big brother, can I watch SpongeBob?
Shut up, Mokuba. I'm busy flagging YouTube videos to compensate for the fact that I have an extremely small penis.
Oh.